Let's go. We needed this. We needed this episode of Dragon Ball Super. We needed something like this after 119. Ladies and gentlemen, episode 120 of Dragon Ball Super delivered. I'm happy. I'm in a good mood. I don't have to be that guy this week talking about how the episode could have been better. I'm just excited to get a good, very good episode of Dragon Ball Super. Stick around with me for this video. We're going to talk the events of this episode. We're going to talk about Mr. MVP himself. You guys know who that is. But in case you don't, it's Gohan. We're going to talk Aniraza, who is that big, new, giant person we saw in the preview for next week. And lastly, we're going to have a short discussion about Jiren, Universe 11, and the end of this tournament. Before we go any further though, what's up guys? My name is Dooley, and today we are discussing episode 120 of Dragon Ball Super, titled The Perfect Survival Tactic, Universe 3's Menacing Assassin. Guys, if you find yourself enjoying this video, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Also, check out the description below for social media and any other links relevant to this video. So the episode starts with Universe 7 under heavy attack from the 5 remaining fighters of Universe 3. Androids 17 and 18 are attacked by a fighter named Baira, while Vegeta, Gohan, and Goku are attacked by Pansia, Kotsukai, and Borareta. Let's talk about the androids first because that didn't last very long. I was a bit impressed by Baira when he first attacked the androids. He was a bit stronger than I expected, but at the end of the day, they overpowered him fairly easily. It was 2-on-1, but still, they overpowered him and managed to eliminate him very quickly early on in the episode. We flash over to Gohan, Vegeta, and Goku and their fights against Pansia, Kotsukai, and Borareta. And although it was clear that Team 7 had the advantage, Team 7 fighters were just stronger. I don't know what it was about the way these scenes were animated, but I could feel the desperation from Universe 3. I can feel that these fighters were fighting as hard as they could, and it made me feel like, even though they're robots, it made me feel like they were putting up a better fight than I expected. At some point during the fight, Gohan stands in front of Goku and Vegeta, blocking an attack intended for them, and decides that he will be taking on the rest of Universe 3 by himself. His reason for doing this is because he knows that Jiren and the rest of Universe 11 are powerful opponents, and he wants Vegeta and Goku, their strongest fighters, to have as much stamina as possible for that inevitable fight. I gotta say, before I say anything else, I feel proud of Gohan right now. Gohan is my favorite character in this series, and I am still waiting for his power-up. I am still waiting for his new transformation or whatever it is. But as of right now, I am proud of the forward thinking of Gohan's character. So Gohan is fighting the 4 remaining fighters of Universe 3, and I gotta say, from my perspective, it looks like he was winning. When it was a 3-on-1, he was definitely winning. And then even after Paparoni joined the fight, it looked like Gohan still had the upper hand, in my opinion. It wasn't long after, though, that the God of Destruction from Universe 3 announces that he wants to enact Plan X. And guys, Plan X is the plan to initiate a fusion between Pansia, Kotsukai, and Borareta. They fuse, and I want to make something clear here because I don't think a lot of people are going to be talking about this. The power boost of that fusion was significant enough to solicit a reaction from Jiren. I mean, everyone else reacted. Beerus, everyone else reacted, but Jiren doesn't usually react to power-ups. It made me feel like, and I'm willing to discuss this if you guys want to. If anyone wants to debate this or talk about this in the comment, let's go. But it made me feel like this 3-way fusion was at the power level of Super Saiyan Blue, or at least approaching it. That's the only type of power I see being able to get a reaction from Jiren at this late in the tournament. So it's Gohan versus this fusion, and still Gohan appeared to be holding his own. Not only that, there was this one scene where this robot sends a ki blast at Gohan, and Gohan sort of blasts through it and says, hey, let's stop the game, let's just go full strength, you versus me. I was like, what? What's going on here? That's my boy. I was there when he headbutted Raditz. I was there when he had to take out Cell Juniors. I was there when he killed Cell. Alright, I'm getting carried away. Back on point. Vegeta and Goku decide that they're going to join the fight, and their reasoning is, since it's a 3-way fusion, now it's a 3-on-3. I think it's telling that both Goku and Vegeta went to Super Saiyan Blue to create an opening for Gohan. Again, if this robot wasn't anywhere close to Super Saiyan Blue, they could have just stayed in their base form or go to Super Saiyan 1 or 2, but no, it was SSJ Blue right away. They create that opening, and then Gohan hits this robot with a Kamehameha that I would say is only second to the Kamehameha that Goku hit Kefla with. And that's because that was probably the greatest Kamehameha ever done in the history of Dragon Ball. Anyway, Gohan manages to overpower not just this three-way fusion, but Paparoni as well. And for a second, it looked like he knocked them off the platform. For a second, it looked like it was game over for Universe 3. I was thinking, hey, were the spoilers wrong? Is this it? But no, they walk over. Paparoni's on the floor. Being the gentleman he is, Gohan says, I'm sorry, bro, but I gotta knock you off the platform. Paparoni says, that's not happening. He said, I didn't want to do this, but I'm gonna give my life to eliminate you guys. And that's where the episode ends. A few seconds after, in the preview, which obviously, if you guys follow my channel, you know I'm gonna be talking about this hardcore in the preview review. Anyway, a few seconds later, we find out what Paparoni was talking about. He was talking about a new fusion. It sounds to me like either he has to sacrifice his life to make this fusion happen, or it's just a permanent fusion where there's no way to reverse it. Either way, Paparoni is going to fuse with the three remaining fighters of Universe 3, Hansia, Kotsukai, and Beretta, and they are going to create the being known as Aniraza. The hype is real, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we're going to talk more about this in the preview review for 121, but Aniraza looks like he is a problem. Strength-wise, I think he is going to be a problem. It looks like even Frieza will be getting involved. And let me say this right now. I'm calling it. Aniraza is not getting eliminated without taking at least one member of Universe 7 with him, possibly even multiple members. Guys, I told you that we were gonna have a little chat about Jiren at the end of this video, and that is what this is right now. Let me be frank, Aniraza is strong, but he is not strong enough to take out all the remaining fighters of Universe 7. Obviously, it's not going to be Aniraza versus Jiren. That's not the fight. So, at some point, likely next episode, Aniraza will be eliminated, in my opinion. Usually, I do these discussions more in the preview review, but there's no reason why we can't do a little bit of it here. When Aniraza is eliminated, it's going to be Universe 7 versus Universe 11. I mentioned that Aniraza is not going out by himself, and I believe that. Unfortunately, in my opinion right now, the fighters of Universe 7 who are on the chopping block, who are likely to be eliminated alongside Aniraza, are Android 18, Android 17, and unfortunately, I hate to say it, Gohan. I really hope it's not Gohan, because I want to see the three Saiyans and Frieza, because of that weird history he has with Saiyans. I want to see the four of them versus the three remaining fighters of Universe 11. The reason why I think Gohan is on the chopping block after his amazing performance in this episode in 120 is just that, because he did so well in this episode. Think about it. Whenever a fighter puts up this incredible fight, does more than you expect, then usually they are getting eliminated that episode or the episode after. Guys, please don't confuse this with me calling it. I am not calling it here. I'm not saying Gohan will get eliminated. I do that from time to time. Like, I'll say, hey, Kefla's gonna get eliminated, then she did. I'll say Ribrianne is gonna get eliminated, etc. That's not what I'm doing right now, but I'm saying there's a good chance, there's a high possibility that we might see Gohan get eliminated. I hope not. On the other side of that, though, there is some foreshadowing to imply that Gohan might be going up against Jiren and company. And I'm not talking about a Gohan versus Jiren fight per se. I'm talking about maybe Gohan versus Despo, or even Gohan versus Topo. Here's why. There was that line when Jiren was fighting Goku, and Jiren made that statement about Saiyans being an interesting race or something like that. I think it'll be amazing to have that line come full circle, and then have the three Saiyans from Universe 7 in this tournament be his main opponents at the very end. I think that is the biggest reason why Gohan is still likely to play a bigger role at the end of this tournament in the Jiren fight. Obviously, guys, there's a lot coming up. There's so much coming up. We got Vegeta versus Jiren coming up in a couple episodes. We got one more episode for 2017, and it's gonna be good. I'm calling it right now. I don't think it's possible for them to mess up the Aniraza episode. So that's it. That's all I got to chat about in this review. I hope you guys had as much fun with this episode as I did. If you did, leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what was your favorite scene from this episode. Guys, the preview review is coming. I am so excited to do this one because there is so much to talk about for next week's episode. So make sure you're subscribed with notification turned on. I guarantee you're not gonna want to miss this preview review. Thank you guys for checking out this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.